Smithing is one of the hardest and longest skills to grind out in a playthrough. That's why I'm making this guide to show 3 different ways how to do it. The first one is slow and legitimate, and probably takes close to 4 to 5 hours. The second is my preferred method. It's an exploit, taking just 30 minutes from leaving Helgen. The last one is an exploit. It requires some setting up, but once it is completely set up, it is the easiest way to level any skill in the game. Smithing is one of the best skills to have and utilize in Skyrim. Let's go over how smithing XP is earned. From making items at a forge or anvil and upgrading them at a grindstone or workbench, smelting and tanning does not grant any XP. To maximize your XP, make sure you have the warrior stone and slept in a bed recently to get a bonus 25 to 35% XP boost. Let's go over our main base of operations for this. Here in Whiterun, at War Maidens, they have everything we need. Smelter, tanning rack, forge, grindstone, workbench, and not 1 or 2 but 3 different vendors. We have Adrian here outside the forge, Ulfberth inside, and Yearling Greyman at the Skyforge. Each has its own inventory, but Adrian must be outside. If she is inside, she will share one with Ulfberth. If you have Anniversary Edition, make a backpack at the forge. They're cheap and very effective. Get a follower or 2 to carry all the extra loot you're going to be having here in a few minutes. The mine I always go to first is Halted Stream Camp, here northwest of Whiterun. When you're inside, don't forget to pick up this spell tome where the bandit chief was standing, called Transmute Mineral Ore. Next is Embershard Mine. This is the one you pass when going to Riverwood for the first time. Afterwards, Fort Fellhammer. It is here just southeast of Dawnstar. Then last is Gloombound Mine, southeast of Windhelm. It is full of ebony and iron that the orcs will happily give to you.
This is our stronghold. Leave.
Outsiders. Nothing but trouble. Leave, Outlander. Leave, Outlander. You've no right to be here. This place is for orcs, and orcs alone. This is our stronghold. Leave. What are you doing here, Outlander? We don't deal with your kind. This is our stronghold. Leave.
Malakath blesses us with this land. It's not for your kind. Outsiders. Nothing but trouble. We don't know you, and we don't want you here.
Some ebony ore and ingots are sitting out around the outside of the mine. You should pick them up as well. Mining out all 4 of these can get you around 110 iron ore. Along your way from location to location, get as much leather from wildlife so you can save some money. You now have 2 options. The first one is to transmute all your iron ore into silver ore, and then silver ore into gold ore. Smelt all the gold ore into gold ingots and turn those ingots into gold rings. That'll get you to around level 35 in smithing, which is more than enough. Your second option being to smelt all the iron ore into iron ingots and then turn all those iron ingots into iron daggers. That'll get you to level 33 or close to it. At this point, we should be able to craft dwarven items. And the best way to craft dwarven items is by melting down old dwarven metal. And luckily, there's a dwarven rune called Mizulft, which is very resource dense with scrap metal. Within, you can easily get over 450 dwarven ingots worth of scrap metal. The easiest way is to play through the College of Winterhold questline to the point where they instruct you to go here. But if you're not a nerd and don't like college, you can play clip through the side right here. It's harder to clip back out though, so I'd recommend just playing through the college. You get access during the 5th quest and takes probably hour and a half, 2 hours to get to. Here's a list of all smeltable scrap. Small Dwemer plate metal, large decorative Dwemer strut, bent Dwemer scrap metal, large Dwemer plate metal, large Dwemer metal, large Dwemer strut. You can grab and sell the other stuff, but it's not necessary. Every time your inventory gets full, pull out your pickaxe and begin a power attack. Once you start to run with it, sheath it. In return, you'll get some great speed and don't lose any stamina. Place all the heavy metal, not that kind, into a container and tell your follower to pick it all up. They can carry as much as you tell them to and feel no negative side effects. Once the ruin is cleared, go downhill and clear out the storage room as well. The storeroom has a bunch of Dwemer ingots and spare parts that can be melted down into more ingots. Now that you have a mammoth's weight in dwarven scrap, go back to War Maidens and smelt it all down to dwarven ingots. Buy half as many iron ingots as you have dwarven ingots. Go get your well-rested bonus once more and craft as many Dwarven Bows as possible. Sell your bows for all your coin and more back. You should be close to ebony smithing or have ebony smithing at this point. You can either keep buying materials and crafting stuff to resell or wait 30 days for the iron mines and Dwemer runes to reset. There are 2 quick ways to pass the 30 days on PC only. What you can do first is press the wait button. Slide the cursor the whole way to 24 hours, click but do not let go, and drag it back to 1 hour, making the 30 seconds of waiting turn into 2 seconds. An even faster way is to press your tilde key to open up the command menu, type in TFC, meaning toggle free cam. Press your wait button, the end key, and enter. This is even faster than the first way. To end the TFC, open the console command back up and type it in once more, and it will go back to normal. And for my console players, all I can say is,
because you must suffer as I have suffered.
I have spent probably hours, days, if not weeks in real life time sitting there on the PlayStation 3, 4, and 5, pressing that wait button, toggling over to 24 hours, and sitting there and watching go from 24, 23, 22, 21, hundreds, if not thousands of times. And sadly, we are once again left behind. We do not have a fast way to make time go by. But now with the ability to craft with ebony bows will get you the most value per resource, getting you enough gold to hopefully buy enough materials to max out your smithing. As to what I personally do when doing this legitimately, I'll clear out Embershard Mine, Fort Fellhammer, Halted Stream Camp, Gloombound Mine, and then Mizulft. I'll dump all these resources into a safe storage chest, my house, or somewhere else where my stuff won't get deleted. Wait 30 days, clear out all 5 again, and that'll give me more than enough materials to max out smithing in one go. And I believe this is the most efficient and best way to do it right from the get-go if you want to just immediately level up smithing. I wouldn't recommend it, but you can absolutely do it. This will conclude the legitimate way to do it, totaling around, I want to say, 5 hours of work. Now showing the second way and my own personal preferred way, showing all the necessary parts and explaining the complicated parts. This can be done as soon as you leave Helgen. Once you leave, just make sure you grab the Warrior Stone. Kill the bandit here outside Embershard Mine and grab all the stuff. Head inside, take a right once you get to here, kill these 2 bandits and take the pickaxe. Head into Riverwood, get Feindalr Sven. It doesn't matter which one you get, but these are the first 2 you encounter after leaving Helgen. Go to the Whiterun stables and get a ride to Markarth. Go down the road. Once you get to the fork in the road, hang right. Jump off the cliff once you get to this rock. Land in the water and loot all the gems off this boat. The most important one to grab is the flawless diamond here. Fast travel back to Whiterun and follow the right side wall the whole way around until you get to this point here. Go up to the broken pillar and right beside it is a gold ore vein. You'll get 3 gold ore, but feel free to drop 1 as you only need 2 of them. Fast travel back into Whiterun and smelt that gold ore down to a gold ingot. This is the part that always confuses people. You can have your follower wait in this corner, but they don't have to. I have them wait because it will save time, since they don't have to walk back into the corner every time. They'll be there waiting for you next time, so you can reset it infinitely. You can do this anywhere in town. I do it back here in this corner because there's no NPCs who will walk back here and pick up my items or move them away. Quick unscripted interjection here. I thought this is important to include. It's not patched. You're doing it wrong. They haven't patched this. They're not going to patch this. This is a 13-year-old glitch. 2, most items can be duplicated. It just really depends. Some are iffy, some aren't iffy. Usually if you try and duplicate it many times at once, it increases the odds very well. To the people who are going to whine and say just spawn in with a console command, you might not believe this, but on consoles, there are 0 console commands. So we can't just sit here fucking player.advance. We can't do that.
What do you need? Okay, ready to get going? What do you want me to carry? Just be here then. Divine smile. All right, what is it? What do you need? Okay, got it. Riverwoods. What do you want me to carry? Just be here then. There's beauty here unmatched in all of Skyrim, to be sure. Maybe you've already met Camilla Valerius. I'll just be here then. Okay, got it. If only... What do you want me to carry? Just be here then. Okay, got it. Are you a hunter by chance? What do you want me to carry? Just be here then. I work at the lumber mill, but I escape into the forest whenever possible. What do you need? Anything?
They will not stop duping until you pick them up. So your follower can pick them up over and over and they'll continue to dupe. But once you, the player, pick them up and they go into your inventory, they will then stop duping. You can take them out of your follower's inventory and they will keep duping. But the second you reach down and pick them up with your hand and put them into your pocket, that's when they will stop duping. So you can tell your follower pick them up over and over again until you have the amount that you need, without having to go in there and drop them every single time. So you could do 1 5 times, then you'll have 5. Then you can drop 5 more times. After you fast travel, you have 25. You can do 25 1 or 2 times, and you'll have 50, 75. And if you have 50 or 75, that's only about 6 more fast travels to have the 300 that you need. Either way, this is an amazing thing to do if you just hate grinding shit out and have no console commands. Instead of having to, buy 300 butterfly wings for alchemy, you can sit here and make 300 in a few minutes. It's a very simple process. And if you feel guilty about duping them, here's what I usually do. I'll see how much gold it costs to buy them all or sell them all, and then I'll throw away that amount of gold and just put that money into my inventory. So I'm losing my gold like I'm buying it. I'm technically not buying it. It's a weird process, but either way, it's the best thing you can do if you just want a bunch of free shit. Back to the guide. Now that we have 300 each, the easiest process can now begin. We go into the Bannered Mare, buy a bed, and just sleep for 24 hours to get that well-rested bonus. Come back to the forge, and then just make gold diamond necklaces until your smithing says 100. You'll have more than 100 smithing, and the remainder of the necklaces can be sold to Belethor at his store in the Whiterun Market. Sell him a few and then reset his inventory until you have sold them all or get tired of selling them. Yes, there are more expensive items you can craft, but this is the most expensive recipe you can craft at the start of the game with 0 smithing, and all the materials are guaranteed to be there every single time. This is the final method I'll be showing for this video. With this method, you can power level both smithing and speech, easily get tens of hundreds of levels with just clicks of a button. It does require a bit of setting up, but once the setup is complete, this can power level almost any skill in the game. There are some prerequisites to this. You'll need the following perks in alchemy: Alchemist, 3 of 5, Physician, and Benefactor, totaling a minimum of 40 in alchemy and 5 skill points. If you want to see a quick way to level alchemy, I have a video on my channel for it. All you need to do is craft expensive potions to quickly level it, either by buying ingredients or duping them. You'll also need the Fortify alchemy enchantment on 4 different pieces of armor, that being a helmet, gauntlets, necklace, and a ring. Get Fortify smithing as well. The enchantments can be guaranteed to be found from the vendor in Radiant Raiment and Solitude. If she does not have the enchantments, just reset her inventory until she does. Next, head over to Arcadia's Cauldron in Whiterun Market Square. You'll need some ingredients to make the Fortify Restoration Potion. Many different ingredients work, but these are the ones I usually go to: Abessian Longfin, Cerealic Spadetail, and Salt Pile. Having around 50 of these is more than enough. You'll also need to make a Fortify Enchanting Potion when the time is right. You'll need these 3 ingredients: Hagraven Claw, Snowberries, Sprig and Sap. I'd recommend making 5, 10, just so you can use in the future if need be. You'll be ready once you have this list of items: 50 Abessian Longfin, 50 Cerealic Spadetail, 50 Salt Pile, 10 Hagraven Claw, 10 Snowberries, 10 Sprig and Sap, Gauntlets of Fortified Alchemy, Helmet of Fortified Alchemy, Necklace of Fortify Alchemy, Ring of Fortify Alchemy, an unenchanted ring or necklace, or both, the Fortify Smithing Enchantment, 1 or 2 extra soul gems for the Fortified Smithing ring or necklace. Do this in a place where an alchemy lab and arcane enchanter are side by side or just close. There is a convenient and free one in Whiterun's Dragon's Reach. Now I will say it verbally. What you gotta do first is make sure you have all of your armor on that has Fortified Alchemy. Make a potion of Fortify Restoration with the 3 ingredients I have listed there. Drink the potion, take the armor off, put the armor back on, and repeat. I would make a hard save every 5 repeats or so, because once it gets into the hundreds of thousands, it very quickly turns into negatives or billions, which is just make a hard save around that part. I stopped at around 100,000, I'm pretty sure. Prone to crash in the game, I mean. Like, my PC can handle it, but the game itself cannot. Either way, once you get to a number you're comfortable or happy with, you can then make a fortified enchanting potion, which consists of the Hagraven Claw, the Snowberries, and the Spriggan Sap. Drink the potion and enchant the unenchanted ring or necklace, or both, with fortified smithing. If the game crashes from the value, go back to previous hard save and go back a loop before. Now that you have a piece of armor that makes upgrading a weapon millions of times better, go back to the forge and craft an iron dagger. Use that iron dagger to grindstone with an iron ingot, and now you have 100 smithing. Sell that dagger to get 100 speech. This can be done as many times as you want. In the clip above, I did not do the restoration loop enough times, so I don't quite get 100 in each the first try. It does work. I just had a personal user error trying to show an example without crashing the game. Now that I'm at the end of the video, I'm going to do a quick little unscripted here thing again. I hope these 3 methods were useful to anyone who's looking for a way to level up smithing. I already made a 30-minute long video on the second method, so if you want to watch that from beginning to end with only like one jump cut, not even jump cut, it's just me speeding up because I run from Riverwood to Whiterun, and I can't stand there and talk that long, so I just instead sped it up. You can go watch that. It's my most successful video and got me the nickname The Smithing Guy. How lucky of me. If you found this entertaining or useful, a like and a subscribe would be pretty useful for the future. This is my last skill video, but once I get much better at this, I plan on going back and remaking all of them when Skyrim reaches its 20-year anniversary. But if you're still interested, I do streams relatively often of me. I spin a wheel, and the wheel gives me a list of quests to complete and special skills I can and cannot use for it. I have all the VODs on the channel. Right now, after this, I'm going to start working on trimming all those down to the best parts like the first episode did. But either way, I'm out. I don't know what else to say. Appreciate you for watching the whole way to the end, though.